The world is so freaking big, you guys. I don't think y'all understand how big the world is and how much opportunity we have in 2023. Like, every day I look around and I'm like, holy crap. God knew not to put me in no 1920s or 30s or 1800s because I couldn't have survived. But baby, the 2023s of the world, I'm here for it. I just have been having these like brilliant, mind blowing, opening, expansive conversations with myself and my clients and the people that I love in my life. And I've really boiled it down to this is that we don't give ourselves permission to dream. We forget to want and we forget to dream because we allow everybody else's dreams that may not even be ours to control us, you guys. And I don't know, maybe it's me turning 30. You guys are going to hear this after I'm turning 30, but I'm like recording this on Friday, April 28th. And I normally batch my episodes on Thursdays, but I'm sitting here because I had a client who ended up being sick, so she had to cancel a call today because y'all know I don't really take calls on Fridays either, but I was trying to prep to take care of my clients before my birthday extravaganza. My birthday is going to be bomb, you guys. I'm going to be spending my birthday. I was going to go to San Diego, but I ended up not deciding to do that. I decided that I didn't want to I didn't want to feel stressed. I am going to make it to the beach in the next month or so, but for my birthday, because it's like during the week, I was like, you know what? Like there is this beautiful resort called Miraval in Austin. So I'm going to be spending my birthday there next week. So I'm going to be sharing on social. So by the time y'all hear this podcast, I would have already been and like relaxed and just had more awakenings. But I think it's really beautiful that I get the decision to choose and I get to have these big goals and dreams and that I've built a business that's allowed me to do this. And I look back on my life and I'm so grateful that I've given myself permission to dream and dream really big. And yeah, so I'm real excited for my birthday, you guys. I'm like running this like amazing sale right now on, and I'll give you guys a special code if you want to grab it for $30. We'll keep this code up through the end of May. But if you guys type in the code birthday sale, you will be able to get our organic leads method bundle for $30. Literally on the shop, it's going to be listed at like regular price of $197. So literally run, don't walk. Go get it right now. It's amazing. And it's going to walk you through how to get 10 to 20 new Instagram leads per day without relying on ads or follow for follow or any of that weird stuff. So yeah, and y'all know I love ads, but I also know some of y'all aren't ready for ads or you want to combine ads with combine this organic method with what you're already doing and you want more leads. This is literally for you. So I'm giving away so much and it'll be $30 through the end of May 2023. Okay, so go grab that. Now, I don't really have an outline for today's episode because, like I said, I was supposed to be in a client call right now. So the fact that I was able to have my makeup on, as y'all see on YouTube, podcast, y'all not really seeing me, but I do record this on this podcast. It goes live on YouTube as well. So if you ever want to see my bright, shining face, you can head over to YouTube to watch it live. But I figured I might as well just come on and riff about permission to dream because for so long, you guys, I stifled myself. For so long, I didn't let myself dream. I didn't let myself have goals. I just said, well, the hell with it. It's not going to happen anyway. And you know what happened? They didn't happen. And I think it's such at a fundamental level. But truthfully, the things that you think and the things that you surround yourself and the people that you're surrounded by really do influence your outcome and your reality. And one of the big things that I'm really working on with my clients and my audience in general is giving y'all permission to dream and step into your 7-figure upgrades and whatever that looks like. And I want to be the first to tell y'all, like, I'm so passionate about this work that first off, all the things that you desire and want are already existing on the earth, first off. Second off, they wouldn't be here if they weren't for people to grab, to take, to purchase, to desire. They wouldn't even be available. And I just think it's so silly. I made a post on Facebook yesterday I said, unpopular opinion, I'm really sick and tired of other people telling other people how to spend their money. And I just And that goes for a lot of things, telling other people how to think. And I guess I'm kind of doing that right now, but I really think I'm doing it from a place of benefit and not from a place of, tearing somebody down or making somebody feel bad or making somebody feel like they're not worthy. Those people telling everybody to save $5 on a Starbucks and reinvest it back into to your stock portfolio, put it in your emergency fund, like, for sure, be financially smart and be smart, right? And at the same time, also, like, live a little, dream big. Look at how much is available to us. There's so much available. And like I was saying, like, God knew not to put me in on 1800s, because I've been watching the series. I don't know if you guys, side note, oh my gosh, have you guys watched like Yellowstone or 1883 or 1923? I don't really watch Netflix or anything or any of that, but my best friend Sarah, her sister Rachel, actually did all the costuming for all of those shows. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take a peek at it. So I started watching 1923 in like December, and then I watched like one episode, never came back to it. But then over the last like month, I was like craving to do something else outside of like study business at night like I usually do, or read books. So I was like, I liked that first episode of 1923, so I'm gonna watch it. Oh my gosh, obsessed. I've watched the whole series of 1923. I've watched Native Americans. Trigger warning, it definitely is some of the scenes are really, really harsh in the storyline in 1923 specifically, but if you can stomach it, I definitely would give it a watch. And then 1883 is just like the backstory of 1923. And all of that is like the prequels to the big hit series Yellowstone. Yellowstone actually came out first. I actually haven't really watched Yellowstone yet, so I'm going to be getting into it after my birthday. So basically what I was trying to say is I've been up to, watching all these things, and I just think about how they had to navigating the Oregon Trail and like bandits and like all of that crazy stuff. And I'm like, prohibition, it's crazy. And I'm just like, God knew, don't put me in that season. But it's just kind of cool to see it play out of like what they really had to go through back in those times. And I just look at the lack of opportunity that those folks had versus what we have now. If y'all are Colleen Hoover fans, seriously, y'all, the casting for It Ends With Us is like starting to roll out. And then the guy, I can't remember his name, but from 1883, Spencer in 1883, his real name I can't remember, but he just got cast as Atlas and It Ends With Us. So I'm literally so excited. I'm literally like gonna do a search party. Like, I'm gonna post on social media when the movie's out, and everybody, I'm like, tag me. We're gonna do like a giveaway or something crazy, because I'm obsessed with Colleen Hoover and like that story and those books. So anyways, I also think he's really cute, so I'm really excited to see him in It Ends With Us, and like perfect fit as Atlas. So excited. If y'all agree, DM me on Instagram, because for real, what the heck? I'm so pumped. Anyway, back to the point that I was trying to make is that those people had a very different life than we did, okay, in the 1800s. And I'm just sitting here so abundantly grateful for the life that I get to have today and the opportunities that the freaking internet has given us. Literally every day I go online, I'm on Twitter. Like, y'all should definitely follow me on Twitter, because I'm blowing my Twitter up right now. But people doing shady stuff over there or anywhere I don't follow, but I follow people that are ethical, and it's just like the amount of impact and the amount of money and the amount of just goals and like dream bigger and energy that these folks have, especially over on Twitter, is just so inspiring. And I don't see a lot of us over there. You know what I mean? A lot of us women of color, Black women, I do not see a lot of us over there in the business space. So I want y'all to come on into the room, as Miss Tabitha Brown would say, because being in that energy every day is just so inspiring. And like I said, these people are printing money. Like, every day I look up, there's some new opportunity, whether it's YouTube automation, whether it's go high level SaaS, whether it's a newsletter business, which I just started, whether it's growing your coaching business or products or high ticket drop shipping. Like, there's almost no reason, if you have access to the internet, that you shouldn't be able to figure out some way, shape, or form to make additional income, period. And that's my firm belief. So when I think about bringing it back to the topic of this podcast of permission to dream, I want y'all to ask yourself, What would your life look like if you got everything that you wanted? What would life feel like if you got everything that you wanted? And how would you show up every single day if you had everything that you wanted? I think so often as entrepreneurs, we're constantly, spinning our wheels trying to figure out how to go bigger, how to go faster. And all those things are great. And that's a big part of dreaming. And also, like, how do you start to show up as if you already have all those things? A, and B, how do you start to get the people in your life that mean a lot to you on board? And here's the thing, a lot of those people potentially are not going to be on board. And you have to come to the recollection and to the understanding that they may not support you, especially on your journey. And a lot of times you have to lean into the deep understanding and knowing that you're going to be okay, that it's stepping out on faith and recognizing that you're going to be okay. And what you're not going to do is put your dreams and goals on hold for anybody else. That's what you're not going to do, period, okay? I don't really love to tell too many people what they're not going to do, but I firmly believe that you holding yourself back and playing small and not going after your dreams and not being visible on social media is honestly just not the vibe. I've just seen so many people that have said they wish they had this thing or they really want this thing, but because so-and-so said that it was too saturated or so-and-so is already doing it, that they can't have it. And that thinking is just like absolutely asinine to me. It's insane. Like, there's so much opportunity, and I live in the belief of abundance always. Abundance freaking always, right? And I'm always looking at who can I help? Who can I support? How can I show up, right? And the best way that we can do that is by selling our products, you guys, and our services and our offers. That's the best way that we can do that and help our people and help the people that need us. And by you playing small, you're actually being extremely disobedient to your purpose. You are, and not accomplishing your goals. Because here's the thing, nobody benefits if you're broke, A. B, nobody benefits if you're not walking in your purpose and passion, because from what I know, most of y'all over here are coaches or service providers or in some way serving another person, right, for an exchange of money, which is also energy. So if you're not exchanging that money and that energy, what are you really doing, right? What are you really doing? You're not doing the thing that you're called here to do. And the root of that is not dreaming big, not feeling like you're good enough and not feeling like you're capable. And here's how we combat that. We ask for help. We stop worrying about how we're going to get to 100K months or how we're going to hire this team, how we're going to get visible, how we're going to launch this podcast, or how we're going to do, X, Y, Z. At the end of the day, again, it's back to that decision. And it's also back to like allowing your dreams to take up space in the world, allowing your dreams to move you, allowing your dreams to consume you, allowing your dreams to obsess you, literally. And I think that, and this is probably a very unpopular opinion, but you need to become obsessed. And that's the radical answer. That's the radical, but it's the real and the raw answer. Do you think Jeff Bezos created this, I think it's $1 trillion company now, if not, it's damn close to being $1 trillion like valuation. Do you think he just got there by putting in 4-hour work weeks? Do you think he got there by saying, oh, Amazon will be cool at, $1 million a year? No, absolutely not. He saw the unfathomable. He saw the possibility. He saw it. And even though he definitely did not know when he was sitting in that garage in 1999, he definitely didn't know how it was all going to happen, but he knew that allowing himself to dream and think bigger and be bigger and play bigger was going to get him there. And he didn't care about the how. And I talk to my clients and friends and business partners so often, and so many people get caught up in like, well, I just don't know how. That's not for you to know right now. That's not for you to know. As a visionary, your job is to dream. Your job is to hire the people that can take action, and in the in-between time, you take the action. But on the after time, like, you're hiring the people that can take the action for you, right? You are the person that's like, you're the architect. You're the one drawing the plans and saying, this is what I want to go here. This is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what I believe. This is the faith that I have. You're not the one with boots on the ground. That's not your job. And so many of us are operating from a place of trying to make all those things our job, and we wonder why we're stressed, burnout, sick, overwhelmed, frustrated. We wonder why. As an entrepreneur, we have to release the control of knowing all of the details. We have to. Because when we start to suppress our creativity and start to suppress who we are at the core that's when we start to feel out of alignment. That's when we start to feel burnt out. And that's when we start to like get reckless with our decisions, right? I know I've been there, okay? And I want to give you guys permission because I think there's already so much like trauma and hurt and pain in the world. And this isn't to gloss over that. But what I'm here to talk about is more of the magic, more of the abundance, more of what's possible. Okay, that's the woman that I want to work with. That's the woman that I'm passionate about serving. That's the audience that I want to be a part of, in the community that I want to be a part of. There's enough people helping you through pain. There's enough of that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for what's possible. One of my best friends, Kara, she has dubbed herself as the possibility queen. It's so inspiring. Like we were talking the other night for an hour and 11 minutes. Like what a coincidence, 111. But we talked about like being in this of course energy. But you can't get to this like of course it's going to happen until you even think that it's going to happen, that you think it's possible for you. And the first step of recognizing and making a decision and knowing that of course it's going to happen is allowing yourself to dream big. So what are those goals? Do you want a $5 million a year business? And do you have capacity to get there? You may not have the capacity now, but are you willing to step into that capacity, right? Are you open to walking through the freaking mud to get to the desert, right? Or to get to the beach? Are you open for that? Are you willing to go all in? Are you willing to put everything else on the fucking line? So many people aren't willing to do that, and that's okay, right? But like you are called and caused. I heard that saying from Allison Bird a few years ago. You are called and caused to do this work. And if that's the case and you full body believe that, you need to start dreaming bigger. Don't you think it's so possible for you? Don't you think that everything that you desire is already here on this earth? Because it is. Don't you think that you walking in your purpose is you being obedient to your mission and your vision? Don't you think you're worthy of that? I know you are. And if you don't, you can borrow my belief today and to know that no matter what, you're going to be more than fucking K. You're going to be more than okay. I promise you, I know that. I know that with every ounce of my being. And it starts with like having big dreams. Like get back to that place when you were a little kid and like nothing stopped you. You would run. Like I have this like it's actually not there anymore, but I had this little indent on my head for like years. And it's actually covered up because I'm wearing makeup. It is still there. Because I remember I was like, it's like I actually worked on this in therapy and EDMR. Because there was some trauma associated with it. But on the like what I've been really working on is like finding the magic in the trauma. And last year when I was doing EDMR therapy with my therapist, we talked about the TV memory. And one of the big components of it was that I was like, told my mom, I was like, look at me, I'm going to fly free. And I was like, I can walk to the TV with my eyes closed, like in a straight line. And I just was like, I think I was like 5 or 6. And I was like, I can do it. Like, I can do it. And I did it. And I like dubbed my head on the TV in the corner and like indented my head. And maybe this is a full circle moment of like, I got to dream in that. And although I got punished for that, I got punished for dreaming and thinking big and being too much. At the ripe old age of today, at 29 and almost 30 years old, I can find joy in that. I can find magic in that. And I can take myself back to before the trauma happened. I can take myself back to the place of being so full and so excited and so happy. And just so full of life and dreams and ambition. And that's the power of allowing. That's the power of dreaming. And I want all of us to experience that every day, not just once a month or once a week or when we're feeling energized because we're at an event. No, feel that shit every day. Take yourself wherever you need to take yourself to feel that. Take yourself to the most beautiful places to feel that. And sometimes that may mean you need to change your environment. Sometimes that may mean that you need to get out of the house and go on a walk. Sometimes that may mean that you got to cut some people off, right? If they're not in supportive of your highest vision and your highest goals, they got to go. Because anything that disturbs your peace ain't for you. Anything that oppresses your creativity and your dreams, it ain't for you. And I think so often as entrepreneurs, we get scared because we're like, we need this support system, we need this. And undoubtedly so. Nobody became, I love hearing, oh, I'm a self-made millionaire. Like, you're not. Like, you may have done a lot to get there, but there were somebody helped you along the way, I promise you. Whether it's a customer, whether it's a billing software, like, you got some help somewhere. But I want to encourage you to look at your life as one big journey, one big dream, one big fantasy. Right? There's so much available to us. So much. And I just get so fired up about it. Like, I haven't been able to like sleep the last few weeks. I'm just like so fired up about dreaming again and playing a big game and like not caring if I'm too much, not caring if I even swear on this podcast or, you know, show my body on social media stories, which I never did before. Like, not that I'm like in a bikini. Maybe one day we'll see that. But I'm doing it because I'm validating the person that I am and I've always wanted to be. The dreamer. The person that's gotten here and is going to get there because of what's up here. Not what's out in the world, but what's up here. Because this is the start of it all. This is your pilot. Okay? Your body's your co-pilot. Your mind is your pilot. So you can't possibly expect to create anything big if you don't even dream. So if you took anything from this podcast today, I want to give you permission to dream again. I want to give you permission to dream big, not just like basic. And I want you to give you permission to dream. And I want to give you permission to dream big and fast and hard. Because as one of my mentors says, David, he says, you have permission to make it. Like, he basically says, you can afford to make any mistake. And I think a lot of times we don't want to dream because we don't want to look like a failure. Well, newsflash, anybody that has been anything great has failed. And they failed a lot. But that didn't stop them from dreaming and going after their goals. So I want this podcast and this message to serve to you today that your goals matter. You matter. Your voice matters. People are waiting for you to show up in your fullest, most audacity-filled version, including you. So be the role model for your kids, for your family, for your audience, for the little girl on the side street that sees you walking by. You deserve your goals, and your goals deserve you. And I hope that I can play even the smallest part of you helping achieve them. Okay, so lean in, upgrade, do whatever it takes, because you are worth it, you deserve it, and cheers to permission to dreaming big, dreaming hard, and dreaming all the things that little us could have never imagined today. I love you guys, and I hope this was a word for you. And as always, cheers to your 7-figure upgrade. I'll see you on the next episode.